Hello, Taurus. Thank you for tuning into your love read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I already shuffled. Relationship first, single second, and oracle cards come out as necessary. What do we have, Taurus? Six of Cups. This feels like a weird way to say this, but the way it's coming to me is no new news. No new news. Like, the situation you're about to go through, you've gone through this with this person before, which actually makes me feel like you know how to handle this. And it's kind of like more of the same. Not bad, though. It's just kind of something you're expecting at this point. I don't know if I showed this. This is the Six of Cups at the bottom, and I'm getting, like, that's a history feel to me. Like, this, no new news, is something it's happened like this before, and you're not really shocked. Okay. This feels like it's good, because I feel like you've been through this, and you know how to handle it. That's the reason. I feel like that's really big. Now, your partner, there's a lot of love going on that side. They love you. You're very grounded, and you love them too. So I'm not questioning that, but this is a weird way for this. I'm just making sure this is my first impression that they kind of are relying on you to help them out. It feels highly emotional here right now. Highly emotional on your partner's side. The Empress and the Ace of Cups. Like, I'm feeling like there's a lot going on, and this person has a lot going on. They care deeply for many people, and they look out for a lot of people, and I feel like you like that about them. You respect that. But things are out of control. I feel like they're helping too many people. Okay, they're trying to make things right for too many people. It's out of control. They're drowning, because they feel like they're trying to help a lot of people is what I'm getting, and they're just dropping things, and they just can't keep up. So many people need them that they just can't keep up. And I'm getting this love, like the Ace of Cups, definitely, they love you to bits, but this love, they have love for other people too, and they're trying to help people, and they're trying to look out for people. Their challenge card is actually the Empress, because the Empress, in its optimal form, yes, she's very motherly, looks out for other people, but she has to look out for herself too. She's very well aware if she doesn't take care of herself, she can't take care of anybody else either. She has to be careful of her own levels, her own sanity, because if she gets out of control, she knows it'll drown her. She can drown herself. She's aware of this. That's why it's in the challenge position. This person's getting they're overdoing it. You are the Wheel of Fortune. You are seeing this happen with your partner, and you're stepping in. How do I want to put this? You're willing to be the bad guy if you need to be. And I don't mean that like you're going to like snap somebody in the face or something like that. But like if you have to put your foot down and be like, listen, all right, a lot of people need your help. I get that. Let's prioritize who needs it most, who's in most dire need, and who can kind of take care of themselves. And I feel like that's the first thing you're doing. Like, all right, let's prioritize who really needs you and who can actually help themselves a little bit more. And they feel like that's what we're saying, like you're willing to be the bad guy. In truth, I don't think you're being the bad guy. I feel like you're being the voice of reason, but it may come off, or you may feel like maybe you're being a little harsh, but it's pretty much being prioritized. Who really needs the help? Who could help themselves a little bit more? And you're first doing that, but then you're like, all right, what can I help you with? What can I step in and aid you with to pull this back a little bit? That seems part 2. Part 3 is kind of like, all right, now that we know we got this prioritized, we know what I can do to help you, now the part 3 is you need to calm down. Like, you need to take care of yourself a bit. You need to detach from some of this. The people who can help themselves, we need to make them help themselves. And I feel like you're like, I'm going to help you I feel like you're like, okay. I'm going to help you stop this. And I'm going to kind of be on you a little bit to like make these people help themselves. The ones that can help themselves, they need to, because this is too much. And I feel like you are the Ten of Pentacles, which coming in next. You're making your partner hold to this. You're bringing a lot of stability and security to the situation. You literally are making them hold to this. And I feel like you're helping. 1, 2, and 3, you're going right through it, and you are like, you prioritized, you're helping. And as you're helping, you're also like, you're making them like pull back. You're forcing it. It kind of seems not like physically holding them down clearly, but you're like you're dogging at them a little bit. Like no, they can help themselves. You let them be. Like I feel like you're saying that. I feel like that's almost the words. They can help themselves. You let them be. And I feel like your partner with this Empress, like the Empress is a very strong heart connection. It's hard for your partner to pull back. It's the Tower card for them because you are making them adhere to that. They know you're right. That's the worst part for them, which I don't know how that sounds coming out of my mouth. The reason that's the worst part is because you're right, they know it, and they feel like they have to go along with it. Their heart wants to go and just pick it up for them. Their heart just wants to do it for them, but they realize they can't. They can't do it. And the Tower, I'm feeling like it's hard for them. It's really hard for them. I don't think you're surprised. But you're standing here, spiritually you have the Ace of Pentacles. You are holding very strong to this. And I feel like you're actually even going farther with it. You're like, I'm going to not only police you at this part, I'm going to continue to police you going forward because I think your sanity needs it. I think you need me to help you pull back. And you seem to be getting out of control regularly. So I'm going to do my best to keep you from getting in that spot again. Your partner, King of Cups, they know you love them, and they know exactly where you're coming from, they know your intention. The fact that you're kind of dogging at them and policing them, they realize this is for the benefit of them. Like, you're not physically stopping them. You're not like, I don't know how to say this, it's not like you're locking them in a little cage and like, you cannot, no. But I feel like you're dogging at them and you're reminding them, like, these people, certain people need to be able to help themselves. You are not actually helping them if they can help themselves. They're just kind of abusing the situation. You're enabling them. That's what I want to say. And you're like, that's not good for you or them. And I feel like you're policing that. And you're also saying, listen, don't find somebody else to help just to fill that void. Don't do that. And I feel like you're also policing it in that way. Like, just because I made you walk away from that person that you're enabling, don't find somebody else to enable. Like, and don't find somebody else who actually needs you either, because you're only one person. There's only so much you can do. So, like, I feel like you're constantly like, listen, reel it back, talk to me more. What are you doing? Like, I don't want this to come off in a negative way. I just feel like you're constantly staying involved in your partner's life because you're like, you're running yourself ragged, and that's not doing anybody any good. And I'm getting your partner standing with the Ace of Swords and the healing. There's a lot of conversation. They are talking with you about this. And they are going through this. It's not easy, but I feel like you're able to keep it under control. They are healing. They are getting better. You are helping them pull it back and containing it a bit more. Your side is the Strength card. You are holding through this. You can do this. You have love for this person that's very strong. And policing it and dogging at them and keeping at it and repetitious, you can hold your own. Like, as long as they keep seeming to wanting to do this, and you can hold your own too. You can keep this up all day, all night, all year, all month, for the rest of your life if you have to. Like, you have the stamina to get through this. And they are healing from this. This is good. This is good thing. The challenge card for you, which I haven't talked about yet, but we will right now. The Two of Wands. You cannot walk away from this. You cannot let this person just do it on their own. It'll go back to what it was. Your partner needs you to be that sounding board. I feel like you're dogging at them and policing them now. This needs to evolve to more like of a sounding board, where they need to bounce things off of you so you can tell them how it sounds from the outside. So you can, like, say, hey, that person, yeah, they need your help. That makes sense. I understand. And I can maybe aid you. That person over there, you're just enabling them. They're capable. They need to help themselves. You can give them a little help, but you need to let them do as much as they can for themselves. And I'm getting this Two of Wands in your challenge card is saying you're never going to be able to really pull back completely, but transitioning from policing and dogging to being a sounding board is where hopefully this is going. Where your partner's coming towards you and just bouncing things off of you. And you're being that voice of reason, like, I understand where your heart is going, but this is what I'm hearing. This is what I believe you should do. Like, it's a sound. You should be evolving into the sounding board, but for now, you're going to be kind of like the dogging at them, policing them type of thing. I don't know how that sounds, but I feel like it works. Very good person. If this is connecting with you, I feel like your partner is a very good person. You are too, clearly. But their heart goes out to everybody, and they're just trying to save the world. And you're just like, listen, I don't think you were born with a cape or an S on your shirt. So, you don't have superpowers. You're only one person. Calm down. What makes things better is the King of Pentacles and the prosperity. This is going to take time going into that. I think I already touched on it where you're going with this. Becoming that sounding board, sticking with it, always being that voice of reason. In this relationship, I just feel like that's a very big benefit for your partner. But I feel like you're very happy to do that. I don't feel like that's a problem. But they're just saying that's what makes things better. Just realizing this isn't something you can walk away from. This is how you need to stay. You need to be that sounding board. You're going to transition into it, but that's where this hopefully is going for you. But either way, what makes things better is for you to always stay involved, not stepping back, because when you step back, it's only a matter of time before it gets back out of control again. Your partner, what makes things better for them is the Five of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the energy. The energy they have needs to be transmuted into a different mode of expression. Now, if you look at these two cards together, you notice the Queen is walking away from the Five of Wands. What makes things better for them is to realize that things are out of control, and nobody benefits from that. To walk away from that and to take this energy and to spend some of it on themselves. To not feel guilty about enjoying life and making sure that they have enough time to enjoy what they want to enjoy, and letting some people take care of themselves. They need to change. The energy is there. It's always going to be there is what I'm getting. But it's walking away from the chaos and allowing themselves. It's almost like this person feels guilty taking time for themselves, enjoying a movie even, or like taking a vacation. Like, if I take a vacation, but what's going to happen with this person? What about that? Like, and I feel like you're the sounding board. Like, people have to like if something happens to you, people have to be able to take care of themselves. You're not really doing anybody a favor by just taking care of them hand and foot. They need to be self-sufficient to some degree. They need to have backup plans. They need to have other people to help them too. And I'm feeling that them walking away from that chaos and enjoying their own life some more. You kind of reinforcing, like, you need to enjoy. You need to realize that that's a good thing for you and to enjoy things more. You deserve more. That makes things better. I'm really feeling for your partner that's a challenge for them to not feel guilty having time for themselves and enjoying life. Like, they're only allowed so much, but it's almost like, for example, if somebody needs groceries and they don't have a car or whatever, they're like, it'll weigh on them, and they're like, well, instead of me, going to the movies tonight, I'm going to go and get them some groceries or take them to get groceries instead. And you're just kind of like, listen, we're going to enjoy this movie. I'm going to go with you. We're going to go out and go to that. We can either make plans for them, or we can like try to help find them someone else to do it for them. But we're not going to avert our plans. Like, if they need something that bad, we'll pick something up for them on the way and drop it off. But we're not going to do that. We're going to go do this first. Like, because if they're in that dire need, they need to plan better for one anyway. But this isn't good. Like, we'll help them find other ways to cope with life. You're not their superhero. You can't be doing that. Because I feel like you have to step in constantly and remind your partner, like, you're not their superhero. They need to take responsibility for their own decisions And I feel like you're very big on that. And you're just kind of like telling them, make this person like plan better. And, make sure that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to go to this movie. If they're in that dire need, we'll pick up something on the way and drop it off so they have some food for tonight. But then tomorrow, either we'll find somebody else to help them or you can take them tomorrow. Or possibly, for example, tomorrow we have a couple things going, but you can pick them up, drop them off at the store. We'll do what we need to do, and then on the way back, we'll pick them up and drop them back off at home. Like, you'll give them the ride there for them to do that. They can do it. You'll pick them up on the way back to give them a ride back. But, like, you're not going to throw your life out of whack to live somebody else's life for them. All right. I feel like we got there. All right. I hope I'm not beating that to death. But I feel like this is good. I feel like this is a really good reading for Taurus. I have to be honest, last year I felt like Taurus had a couple rough ones. And I feel like things are starting to really look up for y'all. I think that's good. Although, not every reading hits for every person, granted. But I just remember last year, there was a couple Taurus readings and I was just like, why is life so rough for Taurus? I feel like life is going pretty good for Taurus right now. Me and my 2 cents, though, All right, Taurus single. What do we have for single Taurans? Single Taurans. Messages for single Taurans. Stop. Okay. Don't want to overshuffle, so here we go. Messages for single Taurans. Messages for single Taurans. Stop. Only 2. Stop. Okay. We're going to start with this card. I feel like this is the best. 3 of Cups, history. Somebody came in, but there's a social connection here. Somebody in your social circle, whether it be work or something else, whatever it is, you've been getting to know this person. They're getting your attention. You would like to get them to know them more. And I'm getting, you're looking at this person, and you're seeing like there's a really good chance this person could be a good or a great addition to your life. I'm getting this person you've been getting warmer and warmer to, closer and closer. You're slowly getting closer to them. You got this Queen of Cups at the bottom. I feel like you're already kind of having a little bit of a crush on this person. Maybe just a little bit, but still, you're feeling it, but you're keeping it to yourself. You're keeping it to yourself, if I can speak. Now, at this point in this reading, I feel like you're contemplating what you're going to do about that because you're keeping it to yourself. You're getting a little bit of a crush on this person. A little bit. Just, the feelings are there. And you're standing in a spot where you want to move forward. You're inspired to move forward, the King of Wands. But the 4 of Swords is telling me you're like wondering, like, how do I do this? What is the right way to do this? How should I move forward with this? And I'm getting in the center, it seems more current, you got the 6 of Pentacles with the Temperance. You're trying to get more involved, and you've decided, like, to get this going forward, you're going to either involve yourself with this person more, where you're around them more, or get them closer to you. You're finding situations to bring the 2 of you together. You're trying to... I feel like you're almost trying to win them over. It feels like you're kind of trying to win them over. You're trying to see if they come towards you with like an offer of love. So I feel like you're kind of trying to win them over and seeing if you can spark their interest. You're trying to see how interested they really are. You got the 6 of Pentacles with the Temperance. Like you're like, all right, I feel it. I think this is a good idea. Where are they? And you're pulling them closer. You're getting them more involved in your life. You're trying to get more involved in theirs. You're being very cautious about it, careful, but you're trying to build more of a connection. You're strengthening the bond. Okay, we're good. Now, we go into the next section. Sooner or later, the conversation happens. And I'm just being careful how this comes through. The King of Swords is saying the actual conversation is happening. You're saying, I would like to, start seeing you. Would you be interested in dating? Would you be interested in that? Prosperity is here because I feel like the connection is there. But, see, this is weird because I know it says prosperity and you'd think that was really good. And it kind of is. But I feel like they already have somebody else or they're already going a different direction. Something has fallen into place for them because they have the wheel and they have the energy. Like, it might have been conducive at one point, but I'm feeling somebody else got their interest. And they're very interested in someone else. They're already going a different direction. The wheel has turned in their favor, but not towards you. And I'm getting like, you're able to find out that they do like you. They would have been conducive, but somebody else has already kind of beat you to the punch. I kind of feel like that's what's happening here. And the prosperity is saying that the feelings are kind of reciprocated. It's just not going to happen because it's just not working out like that. They're going a different direction. And I'm getting ultimately you're just going to kind of let it go. The Six of Swords, I'm seeing you let it go. I don't feel like there's a way around this. Because I was questioning, like, if you come forward sooner, could you possibly be able to get with this person or start something out? I don't feel like that's the case here. I just feel like this one isn't going to work out. But I feel like this is purposeful. Like, you having this conversation with this person, it seems to benefit you in the long run. This person seems to view you favorably in the long run. Exactly how that's playing out, I don't know. For now, though, you're moving on from it. You're just letting it go. You're letting it be. I'm just feeling, I don't know, I don't really feel you getting together with this person in the future, later. It's possible, but not probable. But I almost feel like, it's almost like a positive social connection. When this person can do something for you or do something in your favor or do a favor for you, they will because they remember you positively and they like who you are. So I feel like this whole situation does benefit you in the long run. I don't really, for the majority of you though, I don't feel like a romance is happening even in the future. But I feel like when this person can, they'll do what they can for you. If you need some help or vote in your favor, they'll give it to you without question. They'll even try to get other people to vote for you as well. Like, this is a good thing. So this benefits you long run is what I'm getting. Alright, I think we're done. Alright, thank you for watching. I hope that helped. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com. James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.